with the following information. It means we have built a hardware for QR code, even nowhere it is available. We have done first time QR code related hardware also, Verilog modeling, all these things we have done. And we have built the uh, quick response code, and this is the watermark image which we are taking and which we are embedding into the images and video. Okay. What we are doing, once we develop the quick QR code, we are inserting that one watermark in the images or video, and we are going to generate a watermarked images. And we are not going to do one, we are going to do multiple locations where even something tampered also, my information can collect it from the redundant things from the image. That's how we are doing. Okay. And we are developing such a way that it will be very robust in nature, such that even some kind of attacks happen also, I should able to recover my information. So this is the base idea of this project. Now I'll just give few details about watermark, and then we'll go into the detailedly about our system implementation. So what is watermarking? Again, watermarking is one of the image security technique. Okay, so where signs of protecting the images from the unauthorized viewing, copying, distributing, and modification. And why we have to go? So to identify the illegal copies, to identify the owner of the image and video, to identify whether the image is tampered or not, to make image known only to the intended user, to monitor the usage of image, even to identify the user. Okay. For that reasons, we are going for this. And if you look at image security, I can get based on the three things. One is cryptography, steganography, and watermarking. So when you talk about cryptography, steganography, you will not have original information what you have. It will not give authenticity. But watermarking is the only thing with technique which will give the authenticity of the images and video. That's the reason why we have chosen the watermarking. We have not chosen the other two things. So now, so what is the tools to provide image securities? One is encryption, authentication, and timestamp. This is the thing which we are using to do that. So in this case, we are only using watermarking to authenticate whether image is captured by the user or not. Okay. So watermarking is going to do, it is going to provide authenticity of the data, owner and user. Okay. It will not go for a secrecy. Secrecy is going to be done by the two techniques, steganography and cryptography. And watermarking means the process of inserting a data into image to make some assertions about the image. Means owner authentication, data authentication, user authentication, copy protection, and usage monitoring. Okay. And the data is inserted into the image as a watermark. So this is the concept which we are using here. Make sense? So now, how we are going to do? So there are two ways we can insert the watermark into the image. One is a spatial domain, another one is a transform domain. So if you look at the literature, it is proved that whatever the watermarking that is inserted in a transform domain, okay, it is more robust than the spatial domain. Okay. So that's the reason why we have also chosen here in this concept, we have gone for a transform domain. So it means whatever image is there, we will take as such. We are going to do some kind of discrete orthogonal transform on it, and we will convert into a transformed image. On top of it, we are going to insert the watermark. And again, the way we can insert the watermark, there are two ways. One is visible watermark, another one is invisible watermark. So as per this requirement, I want to create an invisible watermark such that the malicious user cannot able to tamper that one. Okay. So that's the idea. That's the reason we have chosen invisible. And another thing is we want to tolerate against the attacks. So we want to make it robust. We want to make it fragile. We want to make it semi-fragile. So for that reason only we have come up with multiple ways we want to embed. And one of the easiest way to achieve these three things, we have taught whatever the information I have that should be converted into a QR code, so which cannot be tampered, which can be reconstructed from the redundant places that is stored in the image, which I am going to capture it, I am going to do it. Okay. So this way, I am going to satisfy all the requirements of this problem. Now let's talk about attacks. Means this is a kind of attacks. So where something is going to be done. Who has done? I want to identify. So those things we can capture by this. Again, attacks on watermarking is two types. One is unintentional attacks when it comes to the compression, filtering, image transform, cropping, reassembling, resampling. So these are the cases. Whenever somebody does also, my information still should be there. So that is the objective. So we ensure that our information still will be there when you go by these techniques. And intentional attack. It means somebody is doing intentionally to change the information, and even they may try to remove the copyright and ownership. Again, the way we have used the techniques, so it is very tough to do unless they have a complete reverse algorithm is known to them. Then only they can tamper it. Okay, so this is how we are protecting our system images or videos from the attacks. So let me give briefly about what is watermark. I have original image. As per our concept, we are going to do in a transform domain. So I will transform this one. I will get a transformed image, and we identified that the transformation, Walsh-Hadamard transform is going to give very good result against the attacks. That is also we have proved, and that's the reason why we are using Walsh-Hadamard transform here. And once we get a transform image, so I will have a watermark. Again, here as per our design, it's a QR code based image. This QR code is generated based on the parameters what I have shown. Okay, GPS location, name, camera ID, date, and timestamps. Okay, and based on that, whatever the QR code that I am going to embed in the watermarking algorithm. Again, we have developed our own unique watermarking algorithm, so which will embed in a multiple places. Okay, such that I can recover very cautiously. And once I get, so now watermark transformed image I will have. So now if you want to get original image, you do inverse transform to get the original image. Okay, now if you look at this image, what you are seeing here, so this image is going to be a watermarked image where it has a secret information in it. Any questions up to this? Okay, so now if I want to extract this one, I want to find out who has done this one. So what I will do, I will take the watermarked image, I will take the original image, I will just transform that one, I will get a transformed image, I will get here also transform image. So finally I am going to use extracting algorithm. Okay, finally I will get a extracted watermark. By using this extracted information, I can identify that who is the real culprit, and we can punish him. So this is the overall system what we are building as part of this project. Okay, so we have built an FPGA based system based on these concepts. Okay, and detailedly how we have done, what is the steps we have is involved in that, and all these things is going to be explained by my lab engineer. He is Dayal Kumar. Okay, he is working from in this project. Okay, he is going to present everything, every details. Okay, so he will.